Hello, and welcome to another Way of the Brush. With me, your host, Chris, a.k.a. Mini Wargamer Chris, a.k.a. The Name Butcher. Way of the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and everything under the sun. We usually delve into a lot of painting talk, as well as a lot of what's under the sun. So if you're a first-time viewer, feel free to ask your questions. No matter how you might feel about it, whether you might feel like it's a dumb question or something like that, or a question that might have been answered 100 times, or feel free to ask your question. No, there are no dumb questions here. Ask your questions. Ask away. Don't be afraid. Of course, if myself doesn't answer it, then of course the monkeys will probably answer it as well. And the monkeys are very knowledgeable folk, and very knowledgeable folk of the hills. And so, yeah, they'll answer your question just as well as I can. So, you know, I'm sure we'll get to it. Of course, speaking of the monkeys, who's joining us today? I can see Ram V, Eric Fountain, Jim White, Beer and Blood Bowl. There he is, Glymere Alfer, Kevin Cabal, Prawn Ham Dance, Dark Commission, George Hintz, Ghost Starman Deluxe, Henry Mella, Ramvi, really laggy. Is it really laggy? Is it super laggy? I don't know why. I haven't done anything since our last broadcast. Yeah, the encoding seems to be running okay. I don't know. Maybe this computer doesn't like handling the restream. I've been doing the restreaming because I've been doing this on both Twitch and... yeah. George, what's wrong? What is wrong with my camera? What's wrong with my camera? Why? What's wrong with the camera? Sammy C on Twitch. It is really laggy. I don't know. Is it really? Is it still really laggy? I have no idea. Maybe I'll have to stop doing it. I mean, like, I don't know. I haven't changed anything. Although I have more things running. But that shouldn't really matter. So I've got this running. Ramvi, let's talk Fight Club. Let's talk Fight Club. Let us talk Fight Club. Yeah, I don't know. Let's kill a few things here. Yeah, because this is all... yeah, everything is running as it normally should. I don't know. I don't know why this would be running any slower. Let's go. No, I have to double check, make sure there's nothing running in the background here. I got nothing funny running in the background. But my preview, yeah, my preview is looking kind of laggy here. How does it look on Twitch? The Twitch looks kind of laggy. Yeah, I don't know. The audio is good, but the video is laggy. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, you know what? I wonder if I can change this on defry. Okay, folks. Hold on 2 seconds here. Let's see if this... I don't know why this would matter, but let's see here. Coming right back. Hold on. Doesn't seem quite as laggy anymore. Looks like I'm shooting stills. Shooting stills. YouTube looks like it still wants to give me issues. I don't know why. Let's refresh. Let's do a good old refresh. Way of the Brush. This is the normally where we don't take quite as long to do all this, so I don't know. Video good, audio good, Kris singing unknown. Yeah, well, the singing, well, that's debatable, right? Yeah, so it's looking good. Yeah, okay, so I turned down a couple settings here, and everything looks fine now. Yeah. I don't know what that was. I had to turn it down, though, so whatever. Whatever. So, anyway. Who else is joining us today? I see Andy Clark, the Grunt Orc, and the Gim. Haha, Eldar suck. Later, people. Gim, you're funny. Sammy C. Gremlins. It could be Gremlins. It could be. It's very possible it's Gremlins. Either way, you know, I mean, which monkey got into your PC? Yeah. Well, the thing is that this PC is supposed to be for my work and everything at home. And my daughter likes playing her video games on my computer because it's a more powerful machine and it runs her games better. And I get really annoyed by that because I don't like people touching my computers and adding things and changing variables and just generally monkeying around with stuff. And yeah, I might have to purge some stuff actually, come to think of it. So yes, of course. Back into the spiel here. So if you're a first-time viewer, feel free to answer your questions, stuff like that. And of course, you know, myself or the monkeys will answer your question. And of course, you can always write me an email. If you're not attending live, you can write me an email, Kris@miniwargaming.com. And of course, you can ask your question there. Of course, you can join us on Facebook. You can join me on Instagram, Twitter. Oh, and here's the big one. Here is the big one. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready? Like, okay. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, I'm gonna slow down here. I just ruined the moment. You know, there it is. We've talked about it for many days, and it's finally done. It's up there. It's running, and it's functional. And you know, I mean, it's not like I programmed the damn thing. I just went and grabbed a template and you know, I already own the domain, so I mean, all I had to do was point the domain at that, and you know what I mean. Like, it's not really hard. It's very easy to get a website going these days. But yeah, so let me know. Yeah, shoot me some ideas as well, as far as like what you guys would like to see on the website. There was one thing I definitely want to put on the website, which was a page with all the monkey mugshots with everybody wearing the Way of the Brush shirts. So I've got to sift through all my emails and pull up the nice big versions of everybody's photos that they've been sending me. And of course, if you've already picked up a Way of the Brush t-shirt, feel free to send me a picture of yourself in the shirt. If you don't mind, of course, me posting it on the website. Of course, I also would like to redo the intro to the show and, you know, have more monkeys present in the intro. I think having the whole intro just kind of playing out as just a bunch of, you know, shots of everybody, I think it would be a lot of fun, you know. So yeah. So anyway, so that's it. The website's up and running. It's up and running. Jim White, he owns the domain. Yes, I do own the domain. I do own the domain. The domain. Jim White, your web store might need more work. Yeah. Oh, did I mute myself? Oh crap! When I was going on all about that crap. Anyway, as I was saying, so you can see how, like, in a playlist, of course, there are other functions. There is a blog function, so if you do hit the subscribe at the bottom of the page, it'll notify you of like updates for the site and anything like that. And basically, because I have a blog function, which I'm going to probably use more often, because I already have a blog, Riders of the Cosmic Serpent. I've been, but I've been only just kind of like reposting stuff to it, and I haven't really kind of like jotted stuff down. And so I might actually start using the blog portion more frequently, just kind of posting a bit more personal type stuff, or maybe, just, I don't know, just anything more interesting that's just kind of website related and, that kind of stuff, right? And yeah, so again, the website that's up and running, that's already on the go. And, again, at the bottom of the page is a subscribe. It's not like a YouTube subscribe. It's like put your email address and you're subscribed to the website, and that'll notify you of updates and stuff like that. And of course, the store will get more crap added to it. I was also thinking of like any models. I'm thinking of like selling off or anything like that, or any kind of things like that. I'm thinking of just posting them there, and then just if somebody happens upon my site and sees that little thing and says, hey, you know what, I want that, and I'll buy it. And, you know what I mean? So yeah, Graham Teschler, snow. Greenleaf terrain. Sure. The Gim. Snow is slang for cocaine. All right. Sammy C, happy birthday too, right? Or at least a day belated. Yes, a day belated. Today is the 9th, and my birthday was the 8th, December 8th. It's who else's birthday is December 8th? Can't remember. There's a couple other celebrities that have December 8th birthdays. Anyway, yeah. So yesterday was my birthday. I was born in 75, so I'll let you guys do the math on that one. And I had a good time. Went out for dinner with the family and friends. We went to Hibachi, Japanese steakhouse. A lot of fun. Friends, they never been to it, so they enjoyed it. And the chef, she's cutting stuff up, and vegetables are flying, and fires all over the place, and fish and meat is flying all over the place, and veggies are getting smashed up, and it was just, I enjoyed it. It was my second time there, and I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and of course I brought my kids too, so because they hadn't been there before, and so they enjoyed it. Well, at least Alex said he enjoyed it. Daughter she said she liked it, but she wasn't but she's kind of just, I liked it, not really, a whole lot there, so. Whereas Alex was a bit more, yeah, this is awesome, this is really cool. So, no, it was a lot of fun, it's a big place, it's a really nice restaurant, and if you're ever in the area, I think I have it on my Facebook in my likes, you'll see it. It's Sushui Gardens or something like that. I can never pronounce the name right. But, anywho, yeah, so thank you again, everybody, for the birthday wishes, and everybody who left weird comments on my Facebook page too. The best was Codex Dan. Dan, he left me a nice little message. Just lots of love. Always lots of love from Dan. Who was the other one? Oh, somebody left another funny one too. Oh, Jim. Yeah, the Gim. The Gim being funny as well. Anyway. Anthony B, Shotgun Beers, finally here again on the stream. I hope you had a lot of beer. I actually didn't drink a lot of beer. It was a lot of Jameson and wine. Shouldn't mix, but you know what? It's your birthday, it's your birthday. I don't feel, rough right now or anything like that. But I got up early today, so I've had plenty of time to kind of shake the cobwebs off, as it were. Ghost Starman Deluxe, happy belated birthday wishes, Chris. Thank you. Sammy C, I'm a Capricorn, January 9th, between two greats, Elvis and Nixon, but missed them by a few years. Ebb and Flow, sup everybody, sup and flow. George Hintz, kids. Yeah, I know, George is old balls. He's old balls. He might go down as the oldest monkey. I don't know. I don't have all the monkeys' bios, but I'm willing to bet George is the oldest. Like, what are you, George? Like 70? 80? He's probably screaming at the screen now, you son of a... Mad Cow Crazy? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how old, yeah. Sir Peanut Butter, age equals the Ansui? What's the Ansui? Age equals the Ansui? It's the Ansui. The Gim, December 8th birthdays, Nicki Minaj, Jim Morrison, Sammy Davis Jr. Ooh, Sammy Davis Jr. And Mary Queen of Scots. Mary Queen of Scots. Mary Queen of Scots. There we go. So, December 8th birthdays. Hurrah. Mad Cow Crazy, what is on that white bucket behind me? White bucket behind me. Okay, hold on. I gotta go to my camera angle. The white bucket behind me, which I assume is you're talking about that bucket. This is a base. It's holding a lot of like my scrap balsa wood and stuff like that. But it's a base. Whew, it's dusty as hell too. I had done for my Nadu, my autarch of the Samhan, right? And it was a base I had done for him, and it was for because I initially had done that piece for Golden Demon, the Canadian Golden Demon, back in 01 or 02, something like that. And yeah, this is just the base I did, and so you see, bright kind of. Now you may notice if I get some contrast going here, you'll notice. Oh, there's a little serpent head. Wait, where is it? A little serpent head. Oh, and it's like a little S curve. Oh, what do we got going on here? That's right. It's a Samhan logo. Oh, it's in the base. Oh, how clever. Anyway, yeah. And so I had Nadu sitting right on there, like he was busting through the fence kind of thing, and he was like, you know, he was going like this way. Oh, geez, he's going this way on the base. And so yeah, maybe I'll bring this back. I'll bring this back in the office, and maybe I'll put him back on this as he was originally intended. Maybe, right? Why not, right? Yeah, initially too, I was gonna do like Eldar writing along the side here, but I was gonna do it by engraving, but then I wasn't happy with it, and so I filled it all in, and you know, just did it black. But yeah, that's what that is. It's just a base for Nadu. Andy Clark, Chris Jameson in Canada Dry all day, bud. Yeah, you know what? I think you're onto something. I mean, right now I'm just getting back to normal on coffee, but I'm gonna have to. I mean, there's still like I just got the Jameson yesterday. Birthday present was Jameson with 2 Jameson glasses. It was a little gift set, so it was very nice. And then of course the wife and kids got me a Crystal Skull. So I've got another Crystal Skull bottle of vodka, and it came with 2 little skull shot glasses. So I thought that was kind of cool too. So yeah, so it's a very alcohol-y type birthday for me this year. Last year I think it was a lot of Star Wars. This year it's alcohol. So alcohol and Star Wars. Woo! The Painted Goomba. Hello, 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 Goomba. Goomba? Goomba? Goomba. The Gim, I said happy birthday. Good luck on your gender reassignment surgery. Yeah, that's it. The gender reassignment. Now, when you're going in for gender reassignment, now are they just simply changing the gender, or are they moving your bits somewhere else onto your body? Right? Like, are they reassigning? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not happy with where the scrotum is. We're gonna put it on your heels, and basically your urethra is not gonna run where it is here. We're gonna have it come up closer to your spine and then come out by the back of your neck. Is it that kind of reassignment, or is it just like or is it just a boring old? Yeah, we're gonna swap things around, and we're just gonna Are you gonna get 2 of them? Can you get 2? Can you get both? Can you get them gold plated? I often wonder, reassignment. Like, what does that mean? Reassignment. I don't know. And yaboo! Yay! Another exciting episode of Way the Brush. Also, dinner is ready. Well, enjoy. Ramvi, this monkey is 35. George Hintz, 52. Oh, George only. George, I think you're older than that, George. thought you were older than 52. Oh, that kind of ruins it now for me. I thought you were older. You might be the oldest one. I don't know. If there's any other monkeys that are older than George, and I mean, if you're gonna take the claim of oldest monkey, then you gotta I think we're gonna have to get like driver's license or birth certificates or something, and we're gonna have to like pull some DNA tests or something like that. Goes to Starman Deluxe. Wait, Kris and Nicki Minaj were born on the same day. Could Kris be Nicki Minaj? Just saying. I've never seen the two of them in the same room. We'll never know. Sean Peanut Butter. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. 42. Ha! Jim White, are you saying that where you keep your bucket list? Is that where you keep my bucket list? Yeah, is that where? Yeah, that's my bucket list. It's a small bucket, but it's a bucket list. Ebb and Flow. Oh, that ghost. Would love to see a version of Anaconda Kris would do. Ooh, I don't know about that. Johnny Chop Shop. Coffee and Jameson? No coffee and Jameson. No, just straight up coffee. That's all it is, man. Whew. Like no, I'm not going to go there. No, never mind. That's a topic for another day. Anthony B, did the bros from Mini Wargaming do anything for you or go to dinner with you? No, I didn't. My birthdays are solemn occasions, and I only spend them with my family and really close friends. And yeah, so. Sammy C, I could use another arm and a hand. 51, thought I was the oldest one. Sammy, you thought you were the oldest one? No, George, yeah, George got beat. But I thought George was like really old. The way George sounds on, because we talk on Discord all the time, and I thought George was like, I was picturing like white hair and everything like that, and then him sitting in like in a rocking chair, and he's got suspenders on, and he's got those old like craggy like old workman hands and stuff like that, like he's been working in the yard like all his life. He's got a bit of straw in his mouth, and that's what I picture when I'm talking to George. That's what that's what the image is conjured up in there. Probably way off, but anyway. Sammy C, can George and I be known as elders? Sure, why not? You're elders. Yeah, I mean, hey, I was raised to respect my elders. I mean, I'll flip them shit once in a while, but I was raised to respect my elders. Mad Cow Crazy, male to female surgery is basically cutting off most of your penis except for the head, making a big hole and stitching the head as your clit. Then you need medicine to prevent the wound from closing. Apparently it smells like some sort of musky cheese. Disgusting. Awesome. I didn't need that. I didn't need to read any of that. I don't know why I read any of that. Yeah, I thought maybe like they'll like put like your balls hanging from you like your earlobes or something. Like they'll just reassign your stuff. They'll just I'm kind of bored with my where everything's hooked up. Let's rearrange it a bit. It's like Mr. Potato Head. It's just we'll rearrange stuff around a bit. But no, apparently that's not how it works. Ramsey and Kris, looking forward to Star Wars premiere. I'm looking forward to the troop. Looking to troop for 2 hours, then see the movie. Oh yeah, you're gonna get all dressed up and everything. That's cool. I've never done the dress up thing. I just I don't know. I just never bothered doing it. And as far as like waiting in line for the movie, I don't know. I when I was younger, I might have. When the Gim was young, the Gim sat in front of the theater for what, like 3 days, dude. For Phantom Menace, and yeah, when Gim was like a really young fellow, when we were all young and naive. So yeah, well, how long was that, Jim? That you sat because he made like the local paper, like they were like, "Wow, kid, you're like crazy. What are you doing?" Like sitting in front of the theater for days. But yeah. I've never done it myself. I am really looking forward to this movie. I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, I loves me Star Wars, man, and so yeah. Yeah, everything's running fine. The Gim for Star Wars, I did once wait in line for Phantom Menace. Yes, but how? Oh, it was 30 hours. I thought it was like 3 days. I thought it was like a full 3 days you sat there. But anyway, yeah. Because like the Gim was the first in line. The Gim was the first in line. Oh man. John J. Oops, John J had a comment there. I gotta go to the other thing here. That was in. Where was that? Oh yeah, Chris. Okay, hey brother, any recommendation on how to get caught up on the lore of 40K for someone who knows nothing of the history? Just start off with the main rulebook. The main rulebook has, like, the big rulebook has like a lot of fluff, and it will get you right into the history. And then of course, start reading the codexes, and then the codexes have, you know, bits of history and, you know, lore and, you know, stuff like that. And then once you go there, then you can start hitting the novels. And then of course, what's also kind of fun is getting into the older codexes and stuff like that, and the older rule books, and, you know, you can see how the lore has evolved and changed, grown, or, you know, retconned, or what have you, right? So yeah, I think the best starting point is right from the main core rulebook. They're just starting off with the core rulebook. I think that's one of the best places you can start with, and you should be fine. Lazy monkey in the basement without the toque? Scary. Yeah, well, because it's not exactly cold in my house, so, you know, I don't really need the toque. The office is not really that cold either, but I don't know, it's comfy, you know, and it keeps my hair out of my face, and whereas I'm at home, I'm kind of like, you know, fancy free right now. Yeah, so I don't really need it. Ramv, I'm in the 501st. Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that you're in the 5, because I knew there was a couple of you monkeys out there that were in the 501st. And so, yeah, that's very cool. I know my son has expressed interest in, you know, it would be cool to get like some Stormtrooper outfits. And I said, yeah, well, you can join the 501st. And, you know, and I'm sure there's probably a part of the chapter here in this area, either Niagara or Canada or Ontario, one or two, I'm sure. When we went to Comic-Con a few years back, the 501st were there, and there was a huge amount of dudes all over the place. It was really awesome. It was really awesome. Dorn Jr., that's an excellent one, yeah. For John J., who was asking about the lore and the background and stuff, Lexicanum, the website, is also a good one for, you know, picking up bits of lore and stuff like that and everything like that. The Gim, he was the first in line, first to be disappointed in the Phantom Menace. yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah. So John J, hopefully that helps. Yeah, Lexicanum, of course. Ghost Starman Deluxe, excellent idea there. Theories on YouTube recently started in this series called 40K Lore for Beginners. This might be the sort of thing you're looking for. Yeah, Mini Wargaming also did a couple of those lore kind of videos as well. Yeah. And of course, the Gim, what kind of lore are you interested in? Any certain race, army, time period? Yeah, that's another one. That's another good question. Good question. Yeah, the Gim. Some of my friends of mine are interested in trying 40K RPG, and I'm interested in diving into 40K wargaming, so really all of it. 40K RPG, that's very cool. Yeah, because, I mean, you can go back to, like, say, Rogue Trader, which is the first version of Warhammer 40K. And a lot of the stuff that is like in, like, say, the Horus Heresy stuff, or like is in historical or anything like that, gets revamped, and a lot of times they're born from their own history and what they already reestablished. Being like Grinks, the Eldar character who has that little cat with her. That's something from Rogue Trader. That was something that was in the lore ages and ages ago. And so I was actually talking with Lee the other day, a couple days ago, and I was like, okay, so I'm waiting for the re-release of the Amble, which was from the Rogue Trader era, and they had a model for it back in the day, the Amble. And I'm surprised that Games Workshop has not put out another version of the Amble yet. But yeah, maybe we will get one. George Hints, do not pan the camera down. Why? I'm just sitting here in my undies. That's all. Just scrubbing my undies. Dorn Jr., Lexicanum, and the Great Crusade. Yes. Matt Simpson, Arch Warhammer, does a ton of lore videos. Okay. Ramby, I'm hyped about the Dark Angels Codex. Only got 2 Dark Vengeance models, but this is going to be good. Steve will have a review. I think a review was supposed to get posted today. Steve is doing the Dark Angels review. And Monday, actually, I think is the battle between Eldar and Dark Angels. Yeah, so get ready for that. Grim, there he is on Twitch. Howdy, Grim. It is indeed up today. It is up today. It is. Dorn Jr., all those take you through the Empire, Space Marine foundings, major battles, and the heresy. Yep. Clumsy Jugular's on Twitch as well. Hello, Clumsy Jugular. I always like saying it like that. I don't know why. Because it sounds really cool. Like jugular. Like, oh man, he got hit in the jugular. Oh my. Oh my. So, yeah. So that's it for the moment. No other pressing questions or topics we're covering at the moment. So let's do an email. Okay? Headphone time, kids. Ready? Here it comes. email time. It's email time. Oh, I think I cut this off here. How did this get moved all the way over here like this? What the hell's going on here? Anyway, this one is from Ben. You advised me a few weeks back what to transport a warlord in, so I thought I'd keep you up to date with some developments. I have attached a 3D print concept of a custom head for a Space Wolf's warlord. Wow. By Awaken Realms. More to follow. The artist is called... Oh, man, I can't even begin. It's Lucas? I'll just say Lucas. Or what? Good luck with that name. I struggled at first. Yes, I will say Lucas. Lucas? Or what? I'm sure it's probably not how it sounds because Awaken Realms, I think they're in Poland, are they not? So I'm probably not saying that with the right accent. But anyway, as we can see here, let's click this here. Let's do this. And yeah. Now this is going to go on a Warlord Titan. Can you imagine this? On a Warlord, people. That's what we're talking about here, is a Warlord Titan. This is going to go on a Warlord, because we've all seen the Imperial Knights that have this head, and they also have, I think, have a shoulder pad. This, they're 3D printed. And so this is going to be a Warlord Titan. This is really, really exciting. I'm kind of curious to see. Now, mind you, it's not terribly fluffy that Space Wolves would have Adeptus Mechanicus Titan Legions directly under their control like this. But I'm sure somewhere the fluff allows for something fun like that. Very, very cool. Look at this craziness, eh? I assume that says Russ on the cheek. At any rate, that's very, very cool. Awesome stuff. Thank you, Ben, for sending that in. Was that Ben? Yeah, it was Ben. Thank you, Ben, for sending that in. That was awesome stuff. Let's do... Okay, I got this one email from Blood Angel. And I can't show the text without showing the pictures, so I'm just gonna, because the pictures are actually quite disgusting. So, I'm assuming he sent this as a joke, but the question seems legit. He says, I've seen lots of other conversions in which people have given their demon prince bird-feathered wings to create the Zinch feel, and what I want to do is just that. I'm a bit confused as to what wings to use. I've seen searching through GW bit sections, and I've found several different types of bird-like wings. However, I'm afraid it won't be big enough, and there's some sort of stupid little problem that is messing up the conversion. So what I'm basically asking is if anyone knows from their own experience or knowledge what exact wings I should use. And so for Demon Prince, you know what? Wings, okay, despite the disgusting pictures that you sent in there, the wings I would definitely recommend are the Bretonnian Pegasus wings. If you get the plastic Pegasus wings, those are really nice feathery wings. And those are about the right size for a Demon Prince. You might want to give those a try. Wings like on the Scourges would be too small. Probably wouldn't fit right. And, just be, just awful. Michael's garbling. I got some sort of sound problem? Static. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I don't know. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Nothing changed. I didn't bump anything. I didn't do anything. I don't know. Okay. Watch out. This is going to get loud. This is going to get loud. Yeah, I don't know why that would garble up or anything like that. See, the thing is I don't get no feedback from the site or anything, so I have no idea. Yeah, I didn't do nothing. I mean, my connections, seem fine. I don't know. Maybe I need new computers is what I need. Or I need to kick people off my computers who are constantly messing with my stuff. Maybe that's, oops. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe that's what I need to do. Oh wait, I wonder if that's what the problem was. Is when I switch to that input. No, it's still all the same. Yeah. That's all the same. That's all the same. No. I don't know. Either way, I don't know if the sound is still buggered up. The sound is crackling. Check the connection. Oh, now it's good. Audio problem solved. Yeah, I don't know what that was. It's like the sound quality synced. And it could be a process of the restream. I don't know. I'm debating whether or not I feel like paying for this restream service. It's not expensive. And I do like, streaming to both services at the same time. Because it makes me use up my Twitch more often, which is something I don't do a lot of. But anyway, yeah. So let's go to the next email. And this is from Eric Christensen. And yeah. And of course, I forgot to mention too, the last email with the jingle. We always get to thank Guymere Alfer, aka Carl, aka Beer and Blood Bowl. That's his YouTube channel. Check him out if you enjoy yourself some Blood Bowl. He was kind enough to dedicate some time out of his busy schedule to, create those little jingles for us that we all know and love. And in fact, headphones time, because here comes another one. Email time. Email time. Oh, excuse me. So, this one is from Eric. I painted these miniatures for a friend. I've tried my best to make the images the best quality I could. If they are a little shiny, it is because I varnished them immediately after painting them, using a matte varnish on anything non-metallic, non-metal, and metal varnish on everything metal on miniatures. And everything metal on miniatures. Yeah. Since there are more pictures than I can fit in a single email, I will try sending multiple. Hope it's okay. So he did send me multiple emails. There's like 6 of them, I think. And so let's just get right to it. Let's have a peek. Oh, I keep clicking the wrong damn windows. And so here is his little piggy. I like the flesh tones going on this pig. I like the highlighting and the shading. I like the nice subtle transitions going on here. I like the leather. It's very subtle. The metals are very subtle. I like it. You got the little wear and tear on the pots and pans and stuff like that. But what I'm really most impressed with is the flesh of the pig. The pig of the flesh on it is just really nice. Those transitions, like up on the snout and everything like that. Around the eyes, it looks like there's a bit of pink around the eyes, I really like it. I think it's an excellent paint job. Yeah, it's nice and clean. I'm not sure why we're looking at the pig on his side. I wouldn't lay it on the side in case you might mar up the paint job. Oh, look at that. Look at the work on the eyes. Let me move this a little bit here. Look at the work on the eyes. That's really nice. Oh, he's got a little teapot on his head. That's funny. Yeah, but like, look at like just some really nice highlighting. Just some subtle transitions there. Not a whole lot, you know. Just really nice, clean painting, man. Just really nice. He's got little bottles on the back and everything. That's so cool. Oh, look at that. We got the rear end. Of course, he's got a he's got a pot covering his rear end. As one does. Okay, so I got to quickly swap over to the other emails because here's part 2. Yeah, part 2, and here we go. Here's some little piggies. More little piggies, and I like the flesh tones on these guys. I like the little details on these guys. Very cool. Are they like 3 little pigs? This guy, look, he's barking. This guy's growling or something, and he's like, "What do you want from me?" Really, really cool. Yeah, really, really nice. Nice work on the piggies there. Okay, don't worry. This is like a 6th with the rosy tones in the nostrils and everything like that. Even some of the tones in the flesh of the pig itself, you know, the green and the almost red hues just really work really nicely. It's very, very cool. Very nice. Oh, he's like a little musician riding. He's like a little goblin cowboy. Very, very nice. Ouch. That rings right through the throat. Jeez Louise. Oh, look at this guy. Jeez. Holy man. I gotta condense this picture down a bit. Look at that. Chopping wood and orcs. Or piggies. Chopping wood and pigs. Were you going for a bit of a see-through look on that shirt? Very, very nice if that's the case. Giving the impression that it's just kind of a really close kind of form-fitting shirt. Very, very cool. Really nice work on the transitions and the colors and the flesh tones and everything like that. Just really nice work, man. Now, were you working from like a pre-shade kind of situation? Is that what I'm looking at when I'm looking at these? Is it's kind of a pre-shade kind of thing here? I'm just readjusting some of this here so we get maximum viewage. I like the guy in the middle. He's really cool looking. I'm not sure what's going on with the guy on the left. Buddy on the right looks like he's wielding one hell of a sword. Oh, he's like a little sniper in the woods. Okay. Very, very interesting. Is that it for that one? Okay, that's it for that one. That was part 4. Here we go into part 5. Hey, it's the same ones. Hey, it's the same ones. Or did I already click part 5? No, I didn't click part 5. That's part 5. So part 6 then. Ooh, look at these. Do I got them framed up properly? I do. I do. Look at that. These are cool. I like this. Very natural tones on them. They have almost like a realistic feeling to them. Very, very cool. Very nice. Subtle highlights. Really muted color palette. Again, adds to the kind of realistic vibe to them. Because again, they are kind of a true scale kind of model. Very cool. Awesome. Was that it for that one? Okay, I think there's one more. Yeah, final part. Here we go. Here's the final part. Sorry for so many posts. No problem, duder. I like all this stuff. Let me readjust this thing. Here we go. Very cool. I like the dirt and grime on the tracks of the wheeled thing of whatever, that track unit, whatever it is. I have no idea what that unit's supposed to be. Very interesting. Again, very interesting color palette. I mean, like, you know, when you're working with true scale, I guess the tendency is to, like, want to do them kind of realistic, right? Like, you know, go for, like, a realistic color palette. Really nice dirt and weathering on the track, so it's really cool. Has a very nice, realistic kind of touch to it. Oh, it's like carrying all their crap. Cool. And that's it. That's our buddy. I want to say Eric Christensen. Is that Doc? Is that Doc? Am I correct in saying Doc? Am I right? Or am I being an idiot? So, anywho, that is Eric's email. Eric, I was blown away immediately by the pig. The pig, that was some excellent painting there. And I'm sure the monkeys would agree. Oh yeah, they're all, yeah, the armor pig. Yeah, awesome stuff. Awesome. Comments. George Hins Hillbilly. Clayton Tate, there he is. Happy birthday, Chris. I'm watching Way of the Brush while in the coffee shop bathroom generating monkey ammo, waiting for a hobby shop to open so I can buy Necromunda. Thought you should know. Well, you enjoy Necromunda, man. Enjoy. John J. Chris's birthday. Happy birthday, brother. Thank you. Thank you, John. Matt Simpson. Hey, it's Malifaux. I love their models. Their models, yeah. I have yet to finish. They have kind of the Japanese vibe. It's the one female. She's got like her mask up and she's like playing a flute. And there's like they have kind of like samurai armor and they got the back bandage, but they're all zombie like. And then an old dude, and yeah, I got those ones. I haven't finished painting them yet. I started, haven't finished. Like so many projects on the go, just, you know, not enough time in the day, as it were. That's not enough time. Let's do some more emails, because you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be all caught up after today, kids. Yeah. Because here's another update from Ben. I think this one works. Headphones. Nope, that's not it. Email time. It's email time. Oh, that's done. Oops. Oh, crap. Should change the thing here. Here we go. Alright. So, Ben sent in 3 pictures again. With no text. And it's the same thing as we saw with the wolf. Is there text on this next one? Okay, here we go. There we go. Chris, I have got to the point where I'm not sure where or how to improve with my painting, but I know there's always something to learn. What do you recommend I do painting-wise to improve my base skills? Many thanks, Ben. So he's got the pictures here. And he's got the Primaris Captain with Power Fist. It looks really good. I assume it's his painting. Where to improve? Let's have a look here. Well, okay. You're dry brushing. Okay. Let's zoom this in just a little bit here so we can concentrate on the dry brushing. Now, see what I'm seeing here, and this does not look like airbrush to me. This looks like dry brushing. And I may have mentioned this previously before in the past about dry brushing a lot of layers. And when you know you're going to dry brush, you're going to use the dry brushing technique, and you don't want to have a lot of this kind of chalkiness that you see near the final highlights. You want to make sure that you have a nice smooth base coat, and that when you are dry brushing, you're only doing maybe 1 or 2 colors up. And I think really what you might benefit from, especially going for deeper transitions like this on the cloth, is starting to try out some wet blending and blend those darker blues with the lighter blues, the mid-tone, and then come in and lightly dry brush that really light blue, and then with a final dry brush the super light blue, you know, just the bottom edges, and just catch those little points there. On larger surfaces like that with the cloth. Also, you might want to start looking at, you know, getting into or practicing freehanding, doing designs along the bottom of the cloth. And well, I can see you got the scroll work going on, which is really awesome. That looks like dry brushing on the armor along with some edge highlighting. That's often how I like to do a lot of things. I like to bring up a slight transition with some dry brushing and then put an edge in. Here's an excellent example. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. Like on the foot, you can see how you got a slight transition, and then you got a little edge just above the break, where above the toes kind of thing, right? Everything looks really nice and neat. I don't think neatness is your problem, because that's really super neat. It looks really nice. You're free-handed on the chevrons. That looks really good. Yeah, I would have to say, with your reliance on the dry brushing, I think you should start using dry brushing more as a bit of a finish and not as the end-all way of blending up from a dark color up to a bright color, because again, the chalkiness really does become very apparent. Whereas if you wet blended, you know, your dark colors to your mid-tone and then dry brushed your final highlights in, that's also a possibility there. Of course, you know, maybe you want to get into glazing. I don't know. Really, it's where you are at your comfort level. Excuse me, throat's drying out here. I need another coffee. Because doing edge highlights and getting those little transitions, and you know, I can see on the shoulder pads and the knee, and you know, on the foot and on the power fist and stuff like that, I can see you threw in a quick little dry brush there and then do the edge highlight. And that's often what I do too when I'm just quickly going through the colors and just, you know, I just want to build up something that looks pretty good and then, you know, continue on. I assume that this is more for, you know, for gaming rather than competition. Although if you're a young fella and this is, you know, if you're in a young bloods category, I think you'd be top shelf here. I think as far as that's concerned. I mean, but if this is I personally would be producing this kind of work myself, going for a tabletop standard, a high tabletop standard. And this is where I think you're at. And so I think, really, are you looking to bust into, you know, going into competition type work? You know, is that where you're looking to take your skills next? Because if that's the case, well then, you know, yeah, you're gonna have to spend more time. You're definitely gonna have to begin looking at techniques like glazing, blending, stuff like that. Dry brushing is still an excellent technique to use. A lot of masters still use dry brushing. It's not. I hate when people say it's a noob technique. It's because it's not. It's not a noob technique. You know, you might want to expand into the techniques, because neatness is not weak for you. It looks like it's a very strong position for you, and it's very good. And I mean, the painting was excellent there. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with that painting. But if you were looking for somewhere to improve, yes, you might want to venture into new techniques, blending, possibly glazing, you know, those kind of things. You know, when going for those color transitions, like on the cloak, you might want to start off with a darker color and blend in a lighter blue, and then dry brush just the edges and stuff, get that subtle transition going on. Because on the armor, it looks really great, and the armor, you do something that I do, which is a light little dry brush and then an edge highlight, and you know, it looks really great. And I use the technique myself, and it works for me, you know. So yeah. So thank you for sending that email in. That's awesome stuff. And of course, you know, let me know where else you head off with your painting, because yeah, that was really awesome stuff. What the heck? Haven't had any comments. Everybody's been quiet in the chats. Yeah, everybody's quiet on Twitch and the live stream. Yeah, everybody's been pretty quiet. Hey, we need a title for the show. What's the title for the show? We need a title. Quickly. Not too quickly. Still got an hour. You know what? I only have one more email to get through. And yeah. I'll be all caught up. John J. Kris, that brings up a good question. As far as techniques go, what would be your advice on a chronological list of techniques to try for beginner painters? Very interesting. Yeah. For beginners, I guess realistically, I mean, you as a beginner, you should become conceptually familiar with all the techniques right from the get-go. You know, layering, glazing, blending, feathering, dry brushing, you know, and learning about brushstroke and all that. And as far as like, you know, technique is concerned, I mean, because when you first start laying down paint onto a model, so you're taking paint and you're laying it onto the model and you're just applying it around the model. And then I guess really the next one is layering the highlights, because that's where you start layering the paint, and then of course glazing, but then we start to get into a little bit trickier, a little bit more subtlety. And so around that kind of time, you also want to be learning about dry brushing, and then learning about how to be very subtle with dry brushing, and that can take time. And then, of course, feathering, blending, wet blending, like two-brush wet blending or wet-on-wet blending. And then, of course, feathering, which is kind of like a bit like glazing, but not. It's more subtractive. But anyway, yeah, so I think really, like chronologically, I think you're learning about how you apply your base coat. And that's really where brushstroke begins, is how to lay brushstroke. And then, of course, as I've often mentioned, you know, get used to thinning your paints. As we all know, I always talk about the three fundamentals, right? It's assembly, priming, and base coating, and mastering those early on. Those are really the things that you should master first, before you even really start, you know, worrying about doing, you know, brush technique. You should be mastering your assembly techniques, assembling the models cleanly, filling gaps, you know, sandings, getting those mold lines off, all that stuff. Properly cleaning your models. And then, of course, the next one is priming, not over priming, you know, getting used to using the different primers and stuff like that. And, you know, just not over priming your model, and just, you know, using it by spray, airbrush, or even by hand, or even all three, knowing how to do it all by all three. And then, of course, laying your base coats down. And then knowing how to lay your base coats down and nice and smooth will automatically already get you ready for the next phase, which is you're layering your highlights. And I think that's pretty much how I went. I started layering my highlights, but I also was learning about dry brushing as well. Because dry brushing is really kind of situational, because, you can use it on flat surfaces and it looks great, but that was only dependent upon how smooth a base coat you lay down. Like we've seen with the cloak, where if you have too much colors going on, you can get a really chalky look, but you can lay down the base colors that are smooth, and if you dry brush very subtly and very soft, you can get a very slight gradient, and you don't even get very much chalkiness. You don't, like, it's negligible, the chalkiness. Like you probably have to see it by microscope kind of thing. But like dry brushing is very situational, because again, it's really like, we often think about it as far as like texture is concerned. And so that's really what it is it's textures that will determine really where you're going with your technique. If you have like a lot of smooth surface models, you know, if you only ever do Space Marines and stuff like that, then yeah, you're never really going to get into a lot of dry brushing. I mean, there is a lot of opportunity for dry brushing with Marines, but when you're not doing like fur and stuff like that, because dry brushing is a really great way of picking up fur, and scales, that's another one. Scales, dry brushing scales is another great thing. And so, yeah, it really, you know, brush technique is dependent upon the project. It's always situational, right? And so, yeah, it's, I guess really what what I'm trying to say is that there kind of isn't a chronological order in which you would go, but not really, because, you know, there's so many variables at play. Because, you know, if you're only doing hard surface type models, you know, like Space Marines where it's all armor and stuff like that, then you're only ever really going to utilize a lot of getting used to smooth the base coat downs. But I mean, you can do a lot of edge highlights. You could do a lot of glazing to bring up smooth transitions. You could also do a lot of dry brushing as well, pick out those edges, stuff like that, and create transition, as we saw with the model Ben did. I mean, and dry brushing on a Space Marine, I mean, is not unfathomable. It looks really great when you do it, and if you get really good at dry brushing and you're very subtle, man, some people, you can't even tell if that's airbrushed or if it was dry brushed. That's how you know that your dry brushing is getting really good, is when people can't quite tell if that was airbrushed or dry brushed. Because you're applying that color so subtly onto the model surface, and yeah, so definitely. But yeah, as far as like as a chronological kind of order, yeah, it's a hard one to say, John. Because I mean, if you stick with my 3 fundamentals: assembly, right, cleaning your models properly, priming, knowing how to prime your models properly, not over priming and stuff like that, and then of course base coating, and then applying and knowing how to and mastering how to apply a smooth base coat on your models. Once you're really mastering those, then also all those other steps will fall into place. And but I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting to know those concepts early on as well. You know, when you first get into miniature painting, I mean, you know, knowing about blending and wet blending and feathering and, you know, 2-brush blending and glazing and, you know, dry brushing and, you know what I mean? Like, there's, you know, there's always plenty of room. And in fact, John, if you are relatively new to miniature painting, mini wargaming, I did a series a while back, a few years back, just for people who are in your similar kind of boat, where you're just kind of new to the hobby and you have like no art background, and you know, you're like this, but you don't, you know, you're kind of like struggling to find answers for stuff. And as you look around, you know, you got to sift through these terminologies and stuff like that. And so I made a series called Miniature Painting 101 in Mini Wargaming's Vault. If you're not a Vault member, you can try it for 7 days free. And make sure that you get the silver membership, because that'll give you access to the painting videos, and you can try it out for free. And I guarantee you probably won't stop. You'll probably stay a Vault member, and you know, because there's just so much videos there. I have over 1,000 painting quick tips in the Vault, in Mini Wargaming's Vault. I'm gonna go to Mini Wargaming right now, and I'm just gonna pull up. And also too, Matt has fixed the search function, and so now the search function works a lot better, and it makes life so much easier now. Miniature, yeah, let's try spelling it right. Painting, oops. Yeah, so let's see if I can find part 1. Okay, well, anyway, here, I'll pull it up. This is just the search results. Okay, so anyway, I can't change things while I'm recording. Apparently, I can't change things on the fly, which is kind of dumb. But anyway, maybe I can do. No, I'm not gonna bother doing that. Make computer crash or something. But anyway, as you can see there, Miniature Painting 101 is a series. And basically, it goes through terminologies, goes through the color wheel, goes through tools, brushes, what kind of brushes, the anatomy of brushes, how to highlight, different types of highlighting techniques, assembly, all sorts of stuff. And it's something that I was quite proud of. Well, I'm still quite proud of it. I think has helped a lot of new people in this hobby. And so, yeah. And it opens you up. It's a starting point that opens up you to a lot of the other concepts out there that you might find confusing. So, like, when you hear people talking about zenithal highlighting or pre-shading or, it's all these kind of stuff. And you're like, what the hell is that stuff? This is where you're going to hear about all this stuff, and I explain it all. And, basically it starts off Miniature Painting 101. You just want to start off with the first video and then just, work your way through them. And, yeah, so, yeah. John J, no, that's great. I'll sign up. Yeah, sign up. You can try it out for free. Just make sure you get the silver membership. You can try it all for free. You can binge them all, and But I guarantee you. Well, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'll bet you. I'm willing to bet you'll stay a Vault member because, like I said, I've got 1,000 quick tips alone. Just over 1,000 quick tips in the Vault, and the quick tips series is a video on a particular type of subject. So like, how to do leather belts or how to glaze highlight or, whatever. And so they're just all over the place. They're just, a bunch of videos on just everything and anything and everything. And, it's still going strong. As long as people keep asking questions in the quick tips, I'll keep doing quick tips. If people stop asking questions, then I'm done. I'm done with quick tips. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Sammy C, awesome paintings on the models today. Thanks to all that are sharing. Yes, I know. Thank you all that share. It's awesome stuff. I mean, I like it. And I like that because it also shows that, a lot of confidence that somebody can say, what, I'm gonna send Kris my work. Let him, talk about it online and let everybody else see it and let everybody else, make comments and what have you. And so, that takes a lot of bravery. And, I always commend people that, send the pictures. And I always thank them, too, because, again, like the quick tips, this show, I wouldn't do this show if, nobody was watching and if nobody was asking questions, Because me just sitting here staring at the camera just talking about myself or something like that would be friggin' boring. I mean, could you imagine? Like, I'm not that interesting. And I could not fill in 2 hours of time just, talking about myself. Like, I don't know. Who does that? Like, no. That's boring. This show has always been about you guys. And so, and it's always for you guys. So. Grim, I was merely looking at the artwork and thinking about how it is most likely better than what I'm doing for Adepticon. As for the title, perhaps All Quiet on the Western Front, since it's pretty quiet. Yeah, we need a name for the show. Otherwise, I'm going with Grim's Western Front thing. Lazy Monkey, color sense is something I struggle with. Probably a side effect of growing up in the 80s. Why? Well, the 80s colors were everywhere, man. Everything was colorful, right? In the 80s, and that was when pastels and everything like that. Like when Miami Vice hit the scene and Miami Vice was popular. Remember, pastel colors were like everywhere. Oof, 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 oof. Grim. It seems to have picked up a bit. Yeah, it has seemed to pick up a bit. Emperor's Champion. Honestly, I feel a lot of new painters struggle because the terminology is so subjective. Yes and no. Yes and no. Now, where it might seem subjective is if I say I use a term, and then you hear another painter use the term, and he's using that term or she to describe something else, or I'm describing something else, then yes, it might seem like it's subjective. But in reality, that term, it is quite fixed as to what it's pertaining. So, yeah. I mean, like unfortunately, I hear some painters online, like because I do watch like other YouTubers when I get the chance. And I hear some of them, they make up words. They make up words. And I'm like, you're just going to confuse people. The other one, too, that kind of bugs me. I was ranting and raving last week. Was it last week? Maybe the week before. When I was talking about Privateer Press's videos, their painting videos. And that's the other one that bugs me about their videos as well, is they make up words. I can't remember what it was like. What was it? It was something about metal, and it was like called metalocity. And yeah, bringing up the metalocity. And I was like, what the frick does that frickin' mean? I mean, like, don't confuse people by making up words. Like, just stick to the common vernacular. And, you know what I mean? And like, you gain more trust when you're consistent in the words you use. You know what I mean? Like, you don't confuse people that way. When you're making up crap, you sound like an idiot. You sound like an idiot when you're making up words. And, if you don't know what the proper definition or what that proper term was, then don't try and use it, Yeah, Grim, Metalocity, whatever. It sounds like a band name. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, because I remember, it was from a video like a while back, and I was watching this, and a couple of other people in the office were like, what are you watching, Chris? And I'm like, I was sitting there, I was kind of like jaw on the floor, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, you got people here who are trying to teach, who are trying to instruct people, and they're making up freaking words. And it's like, you're going to confuse people. Stop it. Just stick to the same vernacular as artists have done for so many years. You don't have to make up words to make yourself sound more important or bigger. Just use the common vernacular. That's it. That's all you got to do. If you want it, because that's the whole point of being showing these tutorials online, right? Is you want to teach people? Well, teach them properly. Teach them properly. That's what I'm saying. Everybody out there who else is on YouTube and stuff like that, stop confusing people. Use the proper terms. Be consistent. And if you're going to create tutorials online, remember, you're taking the role of teacher. So teach people. Teach them properly. Man. Anyway. George Hintz, have you checked out the color changing paint sold through Green Stuff World? No, I keep getting those notifications about that color shift paint. If anybody hasn't seen it, go to greenstuffworld.com, and they have it up for pre-order. The color shift paints, and they're acrylic. I have to get some because I got to try it out, because I have never seen acrylic based color shift paint, like dichromatic paint. I've never seen it, so I'm excited to see it. So yeah, I have to get some myself. Matt Simpson, Silence of the Monkeys. John J, follow me. I got the map. Ghost of Starman Deluxe, episode 183. My brush don't want none unless you thin your paints, hun. I'm sorry. That's it. You win. Oops. Hold on. I gotta fix that now. Crap, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. That's good. That made me lulz. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's saved. Nope. Where are we? Let's go back over here. And boom. Boom. There we go. I like that. That's funny. Yeah, Aaron Siege, Metalocity sound like the band of a good thrash band. Yeah, good thrash band, sure. Jim White, episode 183, Chris's Philosophy of Painting, Part 1. Yes. Dark Commission, episode 183, Teacherizing Good English. Emperor's Champion. Pronunciation, too. I've heard people say zenithal. Zenithal? Yeah. Now, mind you, though, some words like that, that's kind of, that's like aluminum and aluminium, right? That might be one of those kind of situations where that just can't be helped. That's a cultural thing. But we both know what we're both saying, what word we're using. And that word we're saying, we both know what it means, right? So it's just a different pronunciation, but it's the same word, and we're using it in the same term, in the same context, right? So, you know, yeah. Potato. But who the hell says potato? Who in your, like, have you ever run into anybody and somebody said potato? Who the hell says potato? I've never heard anybody say that. Potato. That doesn't make any sense. Milliam Bear. Hey Chris, I just sent you an email of some fire slayers I'm working on today. Also, I'm having trouble painting ash. Any suggestions? Like ash, like fire ash, or ash like in Guerrilla Miniature Gaming ash? Like trying to paint ash. I don't know, because you could be at his house right now painting him. I have no idea. And he's like running around. He's, no, don't touch me with the brush. And you know what I mean? Like, or you mean like ash on the ground and from a campfire or something like that. Or like exactly what kind of ash and where is it? What is the context for showing the ash? Yeah, that's the better question. Where is the ash on the model? Like, what are you trying to display? Like, are you trying to show like soot from an engine exhaust, or is it like ash, like it's falling from the sky? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like fire ash. Okay, well, fire ash, but I mean like from like you have a model of like a campfire and you want to simulate the ash around the outside. Is that what you want? Ghost Diamond Deluxe. Songwriters who are clutching at straws say potato. Ah, yes, a potato. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Milliam Burr, yeah, we will get to your email probably, because I'm going to do another email in a moment here. And yeah, so painting ash. So yeah, John J. In next episode, tapping that ash. I'm gonna have to get him in on the show sometime. See when he's free a Saturday. I don't know. I don't think he's ever free Saturdays. So I think it might be tough go getting him on the show, but yeah, I'll have to do that. Well, if I ever have, okay, just remember people, if I ever have Ash on the show, we're titling the show that Tapping That Ash. Yeah. Oh jeez. Milliam Burr. There's a lodge of fire slayers that paint their arms in the ash of their dead. Okay. Alright, so now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Jim White, ash is a fine tree. It is a fine tree. Okay, so ash on fire slayers, like they've dipped their hands in, and you know they're like in mourning or whatever, right? Because the fire slayers, they're like mourning, like that was the whole point, is they're disgraced and yeah, stuff like that, right? Hi Aqua. So basically, if I was to go with that effect, where I want to put the ash up onto the sleeve, now a couple ways you can go about it. You can take, say, a black or dark gray. Say Eshin gray. If you're using Citadel colors, Eshin gray is a dark gray. You can either glaze up the arms and create a slight transition where you want the end of the ash to represent. So like they kind of dunk their hands in, and so like up here is darker ash, but like here you might get a slight, you know, transition going on. Or you can dry brush it, and that way it'll give you a bit more of a slight texture as well. And it can give you that slight color fade as well. Not too heavily, of course. You want to be very, very subtle with it, very light-handed. And then, of course, you can, you know, give a light base coating of black to the rest of the hand. And then come in with a light gray and just dry brush, just like at the knuckles, just to bring a little bit of definition back into like the hands or whatever. And just like that. You could also, like if you really wanted to kind of look at it, I mean, because sometimes, like, if you've ever looked at pictures of people who have ever used ash, you know, and like, you know, cover themselves, because like, you know, like a lot of Native American practices with ash would be like converting it into like paints and stuff like that, and so that would actually be applied to the body, and so it actually You know, it's all how you want to imagine they're applying it. Like, is it like, you know, like they're dunking their hands into the ash and, you know, or is it like they're making like a paint from it and then they're just painting themselves with the black, right? So, because if it's like a paint, then you can probably represent like little drips, like running down, right? Like if it was a paint. So there's many different ways you can represent that on a miniature. I would start off with probably a black or a dark gray, just a light gray dry brush on the knuckles. Because sometimes if it was like an ash, you could also go say like a black, and then just below the line of the black, you come in with a lighter gray and just fade that in, and just almost like a watermark line is what you're trying to represent, where the ash, the lighter colored stuff would gather, and then like the darker ash is just like, you know, it's deeper and darker, and you know what I mean, like, and gets further into there, and you know, that way. It's a very interesting concept. Dry brushing might yield you a better result as far as like visually and texturally. Whereas glazing is going to offer you the most control. But of course, if you're applying it so it kind of looks like maybe it's war paint, then you might want to glaze it on and just put like little streaks. So like, you know, like run, like it's been running down their arm or something like that, you know, if it's like, you know, like it looks like paint or whatever. But again, it's all really kind of depends on how you're imagining they're applying it, right? Like, is it like a paint, or is it like they're just dunking their hands into like big pots of ash? You know, like, what is it, right? So anyway, hopefully, Milliamber, hopefully that helps. And of course, we will probably get to your email here in a little bit. Ebb and flow, just shake that ash, Chris, and let us see what you got. I know, we can make so many ash puns, like from song lyrics and stuff like that. Like, just sit here all day. Lazy monkey. Now Chris needs to invite Ash over for a Way the Brush in the basement. Yeah, we'll have beers and we'll talk crazy crap in the basement. Of course, it's in my basement, and we're going to call the episode "Tapping That Ash." And so, I don't know if we really want to go there. You know what? I am going to take 2 seconds here because I'm going to go grab a coffee. All right, and then we're going to do an email. So I am going to put it on the blank screen for a second here, and I'll be right back in 2 seconds. So don't go anywhere, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. Alrighty, sorry folks. Had to grab another coffee, and of course this time I poured a little bit of Jameson in there. As soon as I open the bottle and start pouring it in, I immediately hear, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." Immediately, as soon as I hear that playing in my head. Oh man. Milliamber. Oh, that helps. Thanks. And it's Milliamber. Okay, Milliamber. See, the Y throws me right off, right? Jabba's left out. Perfect time for sponsored alerts. You know what? Or sponsored adverts. You know what? Yeah, I should have ran a commercial there. Because I think I have monetization turned on. I could have just hit commercial. Because I think I have that ability on my YouTubeage. Where is it? No, it's not there. Oh no, I think it's when I do it the other way. Yeah. No, it's when I go through another function, I can do commercials and such. So anywho, yeah. Z Prophet, I just saw your video on gore. Great stuff. Thank you. Yeah, lots of videos, man. Inside the vault, man. I've been creating that quick tip series since 2013. 2013? Yeah, I think it's 2013. I started quick tips. So 4 years I've been doing quick tips. That's a video a day on a different subject, or the same subject but a different way to do it. Like I show painting black, like how to paint black. People ask me all the time how to paint black, and I've shown it different ways a couple times. Showing yellow different ways. You know what I mean? So as long as people keep asking questions, I'll keep answering them. But otherwise, yeah, you know. Again, the quick tip series, it's all about you guys. Just like this show, it's all about you guys. If you guys didn't ask me questions and stuff like that and send me emails, wouldn't do the show. And speaking of emails, let's do another email. Let's do another email. Okay, headphones, you ready? email time. Email time. This is all over the place. This is from our buddy Old Man Logan. Here, I guess I can resize it here a bit. Out showing his email address. So, hi Chris, as promised, here is my finished corn model from Shadespire. I did my best to simulate the blood effects, and I think it came out okay. Any additional tips or suggestions you have on that would be great. I also did splatter the bases a bit, but it barely shows up in the pics. Thinking of stippling some more onto the bases, but want the skulls to still pop. As always, Chris, you are the best. You are the best, and on behalf of all the monkeys, thank you for everything you do, Old Man Logan. Well, thank you, Old Man. And so let's have a look at his efforts, and this is for the Shadespire game. Wow, that's gruesome. That's scary. I'm scared. Hold on. Let's resign this here so we get the maximum amount of look. Of look? Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. Anyway. Now, he thinks this is quite subtle. This is a lot of blood. Now, I think the splattering is excellent. I like the whole, like it's just kind of splattered all over the place. I think the axe blades themselves could use a touch more, a bit more of like impact kind of streaking. Or it might be on that one edge, I guess. You can kind of see on the left-hand side there. It might be a bit of a streaking on there. I think also the base, like you don't have to splatter it onto the skulls, but like say in that gap on the ground, you could have, say, a little bit of a splattering of blood, like a little bit of a collection of blood, like a little pool of it almost. Because I mean, like we're looking at a guy who obviously just chopped off somebody's head, and so if we had a bit more blood dripping from the axe and a little pool of it on his base, it might give us the impression that he just did this to the guy, kind of thing. But otherwise, yeah, really gruesome stuff though. Pretty darn gruesome. Yeah, just a bit more on that axe head, I think, or both sides of the blade. I do like the fact that on the other side of him, he's pretty clean. He's relatively clean, right? Nice highlighting on the pants. I like that. Nice little transitions going on. The flesh looks really good. Oh yeah, you got you got a little bit of blood going on the cutting edge of the blade. I think a little bit more. I know that sounds a little counterintuitive to what we normally do, but yeah, and I mean, you have to do it by brush, where you kind of just flick inward from the edge of the blade inward towards the axe center, and you just kind of create that illusion of that streaking of blood. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, because I mean, like flicking the blood onto the model is like a really great way of getting the little specks and everything on. But sometimes you got to go in and take a little bit more of a controlled process to get those kind of effects onto the model to convey that sense that the gruesome goriness of it all. Oh man, look at this guy. Wow, he's dedicated to corn. Yeah, see, like how you did the axe blade here. That's how Buddy's axe blade should look. That's how the other axe blade should look with Buddy holding the head. Yeah, this guy, holy man, he loves shedding blood for the blood god. Oh, crap. I think for giggles, I think I would have redid the eyes a bit so they look a little bit more pronounced, and his teeth. It's just so his teeth stand out a little bit more. Because I mean, like obviously, like the blood really wouldn't get onto those points. I mean, like even if it just occurred, he still would have, like, well, hopefully he'd have saliva in his mouth that it would clear off his teeth of any blood and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So just kind of, because the face kind of gets lost. I mean, like I'm immediately drawn to that center with the symbol and everything like that, but. Yeah, I wish I was. I don't know. I really like it though. I mean, it's gruesome. Don't get me wrong, it's gruesome. It's corn. But yeah, I think I'd like to see a little bit more definition of those eyes and the teeth again. But yeah, do you think he just gets up in the morning and just, yeah, blood for the blood god, and then just starts hacking away at people? We're gonna have breakfast, morning workout, go for brunch, blood for the blood god, then go for afternoon tea, and then very cool. I like this. Yeah, see, again with the axe, you got good effects on the axe. That first guy, I think he could have really benefited from like having more blood on the axe. I like the scar tissue. In the chest and everything like that. I like that. The little subtle transition there. I think the next one you want to get into, especially like if you like all this dripping gore and everything like that, is the stringy gore. Like where you see the stringiness and it's like dripping and everything like that. You might want to start giving that a kind of a look. But yeah, so like when you're flicking it, that's the beginning of that effect. But next you got to like come in. Oh, I like that. I like the skin tone. I like that you see it just a bit on the chest there. That's cool. Yeah. I like the highlighting on the red in the helmet. That's pretty cool. Like a big old brand in his chest. I think too. Don't be afraid to bring that that branding on his chest, that corn mark. Don't be afraid to bring that up closer towards pinks as well, like pink flesh tones, because scar tissue, even on darker skin, newer scars will have a slight pinkish hue to them, even on people with dark skin, right? So, because I mean, like on here, that looks fairly realistic. The lighter skin tone, even that pink. I think that works really well. Yeah, even on this guy here too, that works really well. Man, these guys are just splattered with blood. That's really good. And of course too, Old Man Logan sent us a crap ton of pictures. Yeah, that's very cool. Here's his blood-splattered brigade. Yeah, so the first guy, yeah, I think he could use a bit more blood on his axe. I think he could use just a bit more. Oh, is that it? Oh, that was it? That was it, dude. Damn. Well, thank you, Old Man Logan, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I liked it. You know, I think the scar tissue and the darker flesh tones, I think go just a little bit brighter, just a bit. You know, and on the pinky side as well. And the first guy with the axe, I think, you know, just a bit more blood on that axe. Also, too, with some of the splatters, and if you get some of the big splatters, don't be afraid to take like your fine detail brush and draw that splatter downwards. So it looks like it impacted and then started to run, right? So like a big things hit and then they kind of run, right? You can also try that sometime too. Just to get a bit more, you know, American Psycho kind of look where this, you know what I mean? And this is, all this blood's running down the face kind of thing. Raziel Wargamer, episode 183. How do you spell whiskey? With an E? Yeah, I always spell it with an E. Like whiskey. Like key, like a key, door key, you know? A key. Vito Verano painting, sup players? Sorry, I'm a bit late for the show. Nice to catch one live. Well, welcome, Vito. Vito. Raziel. What up, monkeys? What's up? Matt Simpson. Just imagining an average Joe sounding guy going, yeah, blood for the blood god, and murdering everyone. Yeah, just some guy. Like, if anybody's seen Thor with Korg, you know? Oh, hello. Just, yeah, blood for the blood god. Just, you know, like not just terribly threatening at all, because you know everybody's like, yeah, blood for the blood god, you know. It's like, hello, yeah, blood for the blood god. Ebb and flow. Those guys are called cultists. Old man Logan, thanks. Made it just in time. Yeah, awesome. Oh, coffee. I like coffee with a little Christmas cheer in it. Or birthday cheer, one of the two. It's Christmas and birthday. That's the fun of having your birthday in December. Is it's Christmas and birthday cheer. All right, so that Old Man Logan was that email there, and so that catches me up on emails, and so I just got this one here. Okay, from Jonas, who is Dakion. Okay, Jonas is Dakion. Okay, so Eric. Okay, I was wrong before. I thought Dakion was Eric. Who's Eric? I thought Eric had a handle. Oh, sorry, Eric. I'm way off. But anyway, I apologize. Anywho, yeah, let's do another email. This one is from our buddy, Doc Eon, who, son of a bitch, I'm showing his damn email address. Don't look. Yeah. In the pics attached to my last email, you noticed some Christmas themed minis in the background and asked if I collected those. In a word, yes. Here's some close-ups of my collection. Most are from Reaper, but the Monster Santas are from somewhere else. I think it was Wargames Foundry. The very last pick is of the minis I'm painting to add to my collection this year. Happy holidays from Doc Eon. Awesome stuff. And so let's have a peek at his minis. Oh my god, look at these guys. These are so cool. Look at these guys. Are you looking? I love the guy on the left. He's so cool. He's like chasing. He's like, get off my lawn, you sons of... Yeah, he's really cool. I like that. Buddy in the middle looks like he's yawning. Really nice. I like the style. Nice and clean. Ah, yeah. Me likey. Me likey. Got a little seal, a little penguin. I don't know what that third thing is. It's a bear? A wombat? I don't know. And a little dragon coveting his little presents. Aw, ever sweet. What's the third thing? I don't know what the third thing is. Is it a bear? I hope it's a bear. Is it a bear? God, I hope it's a bear. God, I hope. Ha! Look at that evil Santa sleigh. It's like Mrs. Claus. And she's all evil. Very cool. Full of presents. I like that. Little flowers on the base and everything like that. That's really cool. Can we see that? Yeah, we're seeing that. Okay. Excellent. Like the other thing, I like the other figure on the right too. She's got the whole bag of presents and everything. She's jumping into a chimney or coming out of a chimney. Maybe she's robbing people. Maybe we got it all backwards. Maybe she's not dropping off presents. Maybe she's taking presents. The way that kind of depicts that kind of scenario plays out, yeah, I think she's robbing. I think this is a B&E operation here. Yeah, so these are from Reaper, I do believe he said, right? Yeah. Oh, look at the little elves. The naughty and nice list. That is awesome. I kind of like these little themed miniatures. These are really cool. I've not delved into any lot of these. I know Reaper has like a whack ton of models, but yeah, I've never really given their catalog like a thorough one through kind of thing. Oh, is this like a zombie Santa? Is that a zombie Santa? I think it's a zombie Santa coming out of the ground in the middle there. I don't know what the one on the right is, but I think he's got a big nose. And then one on the left is like walking a wall, but I think he might be zombie-like too. I don't know. I'm scared. Okay, yeah, the third guy is a bear. Okay, he's looking at his present. Okay. I was like really worried what that was. Look at the seal. He's got crazy looking eyes. He's like, arr, arr, arr. I like the dragon too. The dragon covering the little presents. That's cool. Oh, look at the work on the faces here. Immediately, I saw the guy in the second from the left there, holding the Christmas tree. Immediately, I looked at him. Oh, look, he's got a little gingerbread man or a little doll on his belt. That's cool. The guy on the far right, he's an ogre Santa. That's really cool. Buddy in the middle there, he's got his horn of mead and some cookies. You know what? I've never drank mead from a horn. I have never had a good proper mead, and I've never drank it from a horn. That's we were talking bucket lists earlier. That might be a bucket list thing. Geez, there's an axe-wielding Santa here. Holy man. And then just a regular old, plain old Santa. And then Krampus on the far left. I assume it's Krampus. He looks crampy. The snowmen. The angry snowmen. Okay, we got some demonette here with some wings and some googles. Some reindeer, it looks like. Some work in progress stuff here. Very cool. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's it. Damn, we're done? Aww. Aww. I was enjoying that. That was fun. Thank you, Doc, for sending that in. That's awesome stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have to go perusing through Reaper's miniature catalog now because some of those were just too much fun. I like the little elves for the naughty and nice. And I like those snowmen from the beginning. The one he looks like he's like, get off my lawn. Because he'd be a snowman, right? And that's what he would say. Because like he'd be on somebody's lawn. And he's sitting there and he's, living his snowman life. And then kids come running onto the lawn and he'd chase them off because it's his lawn. He'd be, get off my lawn. If snowmen did that. And don't say they don't because you don't know. They could. You don't know. Where are we in the comments? I have no idea. Grim. It looks like a snowman on the right had a cigar to me. Old man Logan the Grinch. Yeah, it's a small bear. I think it's a small. Doc Eon, yeah, it's a small bear. Doc Eon, that was your model. I think it's a small bear, I think. I don't know. Lazy Monkey. Christmas Sophies are awesome. Is that what they're called? Sophies? Why are they called Sophies? Is that a character? Like they're called Sophie. The character's called Sophie. Is that what it is? I don't know. Eric Fountain, Doc Eon, have you seen the War on Christmas miniatures? War on Christmas? No, send me a link. I haven't seen the War on Christmas. Is it like a miniature tabletop game? Because that'd be cool. Set up your armies, It's like all the grumpy people attacking Santa, and Santa's got like an M16 and elves all loaded with missile launchers and stuff. I don't know. Just some sort of debasement of Christmas. Cocking 555. America's in the lead. Up to the Great Depression, Part 2. Okay. Like Great Depression or Great Depression? That E's in the wrong place, I think. George Hintz, Dwarven Santa. Yeah. Alchemaster. Heyo. I said hey before. Dark Commission. Snowman is for life, not just... Oh dear. Doggy, and a lot of the Reaper Christmas minis can only be ordered during December, so check it out quickly. Oh, okay. Lazy Monkey. Sophie the Succubus is the Reaper mascot mini. Oh, okay. Is that what she is? Oh. They do themed ones for various holidays and things. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Learn something new every day. I didn't know Reaper even had a mascot. I didn't even... I've seen that Succubus before, but... Yeah, I didn't know she was the mascot. I didn't realize, I guess because, Games Workshop, they got the little dwarf, right? I mean, Privateer Press, who's their mascot? What's Privateer Press's mascot? They gotta have a mascot. Yeah. Huh, interesting. George Hintz, Reaper makes 3-4 Dwarven Santa. Docky on Sophia the Succubus is the Reaper mascot. Awesome. Yakubas. Burkabas. Hi, Yakubas. And Grim says howdy. Oh, Grim, you're so friendly, buddy. Which makes me kind of wonder, nobody that can be that upbeat. So I gotta wonder, Grim, what's your ploy? What's your deal? Where do we go from here? I'm on to you, Grim. I'm on to you. Oh, sorry. Barak Akbus. Sorry, I just gotta say. You know what? People's names, they should have their name and then in brackets, like how it's pronounced. For ignorant assholes like me. Barak Akbus. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, does it? But as you say it a couple times, it starts to. Barak Akbus. It's kind of like when you have like a square peg and a round hole and they don't quite work, but then eventually you kind of work it through and it does work. And it Raziel. Anybody excited for Blood Angels / Dark Angels, aka Angels of Death? I'm not excited for it. I don't care. They're Space Marines. But I'm sure many of you Space Marine players out there are excited for it. Steve, I think that today the review went up. Let me see here. Mini Wargaming. I think that his review went up today for it. Yes. On the Mini Wargaming site, Steve does Dark Angels 8th edition Codex review. He's got a review video. And there should be a battle report too. Yeah, there's a battle report in the vault for all the vault members. There's a battle report. And then I believe next week, probably I think Monday. I think it's Monday. It'll be the game that we played, my Eldar versus his Dark Angels. We do Ravenwing and we do Deathwing. That's 2 battles. 2, count them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 battles. Eric Fountain, Chris, I send you a link on Facebook for War and Christmas. Awesome, thank you. Barak Akbus, this is Turkish. Okay, cool. Like, are you saying you're Turkish, or the word is Turkish, or you're in Turkey and you're Turkish, or you're elsewhere but Turkish, still Turkish, but elsewhere? I guess you never stop being who you are wherever you go, right? So, Vito Vareno, wouldn't it be sad if the seal got a club? Its gift. Sorry, I'm tired. My brain is in weird places. No kidding. Would it be sad or ironic that the seal had to club its own gift? Wouldn't that be ironic? I think it's irony. Old Man Logan, magic brownies are the key to Grimm's happiness. I think that is. I think Grimm's a big drug dealer. Grimm could be a big old pothead for all we know. Just sitting there cooking his brains cells away. And John J. Static's back. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting here sipping my coffee and yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too close to the mic. Razio, how dare you, Chris? I don't know. Raziel Deck Angels were my first army many moons ago. Also became a big Blood Angels fan. Awesome. My first Marines were Blood Angels. I painted Blood Angels way back in the day. And then I started doing like Crimson Fists and stuff. And I didn't ever do Dark Angels for loyal chapters. Ultramarines, I did Ultramarines as well. But more Blood Angels. Yeah, I like the red color scheme, yeah. But ironically, my Eldar that I used to paint when I used to have first edition Road Trader, mine were Altiok. I did them the blue-yellow. And yeah, that was my craft roll then. And then I went to Samhan when the first Falcon came out, and then the Vipers came out. And that's when I started painting all my stuff Samhan. And I really started liking it. And yeah. My mic cord's going again. Son of a beehive. Let's try. Why that would be? Nothing happens. Nothing changes. Nothing's moving. Everything's the same. I think it's my computer. My computer. Maybe my computer doesn't like these mics. Or using USB mics. I don't know why it wouldn't. Why it would give me such trouble. I guess I'm gonna have to look for something. Maybe there's an app I should find for my computer because I'm using a Mac Pro, but it's not a brand new Mac Pro. It's an older Mac Pro, but it's still really powerful. It's more powerful than my iMac. But yeah, it fixed. Yeah, I don't know what that'd be then. I don't know what that is. Grim. I've played hockey with the drug dealer, I think, but I merely have a sunny disposition. I've been told no drugs needed. Unfortunately, I believe him. I believe him. I gotta believe Grim. I gotta believe him. He's just, a sunny kind of guy. Millamber, I'm thinking about doing Space Marine Army, trying to decide between either Blood Angels, Crimson Fist, or Space Wolves. Well, I think really, it's really kind of three things, right? Which one do you like the lore? Which one do you like the paint scheme? And which one do you like the fighting style of? The tactics, the on-table effects, right? Because if you play, then that will also be a factor as well. Because Blood Angels are very up close and personal. Crimson Fists, ranged, and they used to be like a lot of Stern Guard and stuff like that. So a lot of ranged stuff. More of a typical Space Marine army, I suppose, is really where Crimson Fists are at. And Space Wolves, well, they're more specialized, I suppose, and up close and personal. But they also have their own unique vehicles as well. So if you want to play Space Marines but be different from Space Marines, then you can play Space Wolves as well. So really, I guess it's up to you as to where all these things kind of fit in. Like, do you like the lore of the Blood Angels? Do you like the lore of the Crimson Fist, the Space Wolves? Do you like the color schemes, the red, the dark blue, or the gray and yellow, like really kind of contrasty like that? So really, I guess it's which aspects of it, and if you can kind of figure out which one it is, jump on it, right? So, Raziel Wargamer, I like Samhan. I mean, you can't tell from in here, but when we do the show in my office, you can tell. I should take a picture of my office and then use it on the backdrop here. Do like a green screen or something. Vito, Chris, by the way, have you had a chance to play with Mr. Crystal Color Pearl paints? I tried them just once. I wasn't terribly happy with what was happening. I was getting a weird frosting effect, but apparently I'm waiting to get my thinner because I ordered some thinner. At least I think I did. I ordered the thinner, I think. Or maybe I didn't. Either way, I got to order the thinner because I'm going to try that because the alcohol was reacting better than the other kind of thinner. The other thinner wasn't working right. I did a live show where I was playing with the colors. Anyway, it has to be laid on somewhat heavily onto the model surface as well. It dries really fast. It goes on pretty easy. But if you spray for, like, if you linger too long or anything like that, or too far away, it really creates this weird frosting effect. Now, if your thing is to create frost, it might work if you can control the reaction. If you know exactly how you're getting that reaction and you can control it, then awesome. But otherwise, there's still more playing I got to do. I got to pick up the thinner for it. For whatever particular type of acrylic paint they are, I have no idea. It's just like Tamiya. Tamiya actually works better. Like I've used alcohol with Tamiya paints, but Tamiya works better when you use their thinner. And so, yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. John J., your voice is now a mix of Fergie and Bieber. Melodious or melodious? Old man Logan, no magic brownies. Grimm's on magic brownies, yeah. Grimm's on magic brownies. Raziel, Blood Angels will be the premier Imperial Close Combat Army from what I see very fast. Sure. Yeah. Wolves are like an OP weirdo chapter. Powerful all around. Yeah, I can see that too. They're very, I don't know about OP. From what I've seen, no Space Marine chapter is really OP. Unless, of course, you start including more Primaris stuff. Which is, kind of BS that, to really get the most out of your Space Marines, you got to play more Primaris stuff. Which means that, Games Workshop is, pushing more Primaris stuff. And so, does that seem right? I don't know. But I mean, you can't blame them because they're a business, right? And they want to sell more models. And so the way you sell more models is to make something better in the game. And so, it's like the Fire Prism for Eldar, right? Who was taking Fire Prisms before the new Codex? Nobody. Then they gave them that rule where they could shoot twice, moving under half speed. Take them every time now. Got some versatility there. +2, one of the stratagems where they can link fire. Ooh. Spoiler alert, in the one of the bat reps that I do with Steve, I bring that. So, yeah, watch for it. Eric Fountain, okay, later all, hobby shop run. Have a great day. Have fun, Eric, at your hobby shop. Let them know that I said hi and to give you a discount. Just go in there and say, hey, Chris on YouTube said, give me a discount. like they're going to go, oh, okay. But if it works, bravo. But if it doesn't work, then it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Where the hell is my... Oh, there we go. Couldn't find my damn windows. Here we go. Okay, so we can shut this down here. Go over here. Here we go. All right, let's do one more email. And, of course, we always say thank you to Guymere Alfer, a.k.a. Carl, a.k.a. Beer and Blood Bowl. Check out his channel, YouTube, Beer and Blood Bowl. Him and his buddies always playing some Blood Bowl. It's always hilarious. I tune in every once in a while, whenever I can, because I just love listening to these guys talk, and it's fun. And, I do watch the Blood Bowl, and they're actually really good players, too, so that's actually quite interesting. Anyway, headphones times. Times? Just time. Email time. Email time. All right, so this is from... Sorry, I kind of fell asleep at the wheel there. This is from Lee. He's talking about his Fire Slayers and painting ash. Hey, Chris, I've started some Fire Slayers. I'm having trouble painting ash on their arms after the Ulrung Lodge. I tried just painting white and didn't like it. Then I tried dry brushing some white on. Still not happy with it. Was wondering if we had any advice. Yeah, so he's going for like ash, like wood, like white ash. Oh, see, so okay, I wasn't familiar with the look of what the house is supposed to be like. And so here I can see that there's supposed to be like a white on there. So it's a white ash that's on there. See, you could have told me there was a white ash, not just, black ash. Jeez Louise. Come on, man. You got to help Chris out. Okay, so he said he tried layering it, and he also tried dry brushing it. Either weren't yielding results that he was happy with. Let's get a better look here. So, now I think really one of the best things you can do is, okay, here's what you can do. Get yourself some Celestra Gray. Okay, it's a base color. which means it's got lots of pigment. You thin it down with a bit of medium or just a bit of water, just ever so slightly, and create the looks and designs on the model as you see how they look on the book. And on how they look in the book, they kind of have like a fiery type design. Like there's some design to it. It's not just simply just dunked on. Okay, so go with Celestra Gray and build your design up on the limbs and everything you see there, right? And then you edge highlight the knuckles and the fingers and things like that in either Ultramarine Gray or white. And that should give you the kind of look that you might be looking for. It also could be a good way to do the white in the beards and the hair as well. Do it in Celestra Gray first, and then do it white. Celestra Gray has a lot of pigment in it, and so you can thin it down and just add it to the mixture and just paint it on. So it's like the hands, because the hands have the bracelets, so you can do just the whole hand, right? Bang. And then you got to be very careful where you draw on the forearm where the design goes. But again, you're using something like Celestra Gray where you thin it down and you just very carefully put that in. And then, of course, you can also do it for like the beard if you want to put like the little white streak in the beard, or if you want to put the little bands in the hair. I would use Celestra Gray for that. Then take either Ultramarine Gray, or okay, you can also use Ultramarine Gray and then White Scar. So basically what you do is you lay more highlights down, bigger, broader highlights of Ultramarine Gray. So like if you're following the finger, then you're doing like the entire finger portion like that, right? All the fingers. And then with the white, then you kind of come in at the fingertips and on the big parts of the knuckles, like just like a dot on the knuckles kind of thing, you know. And then on the design itself, you could do like an edge like on the border if you want. Sure, I'm sure that would work out okay. And then of course the hair you can draw out the color onto on the lengths of hair, or even in the beard. You can highlight the high points with the lighter colors, right? But otherwise, yeah, I think I'd start off with a base of Celestra Gray and then build up to white, either just with Ultramarine Gray or White Scar, or both if you want to get more color transitions going on. It all depends on what kind of depth you want to go. But I would start off with Celestra Gray. Celestra Gray is a really great color. It's a light gray color. It's still pretty dark, but it's going to sit on top of that miniature very well. And of course, thin it down, apply it, and you will have to apply more than one layer, but you're going to build up a nice smooth layer on that area. And of course, as I mentioned before, mastering, laying your paint down nice and smooth, and getting it done and all that. And so, yeah. So hopefully that helps. Thank you for the email, of course, Lee. And hopefully that helps. Send me pictures, of course, with your efforts of what you did. Whatever you do decide. And let me know. Yeah, because as it was going with what you were doing there, that looked like you were on the right track. You just had to lay more color down, and just thin it out a little bit, and lay more color down. So, yeah. So, thank you for sending that in, and again, send me another update on your progress. Holy moly! It's 5 minutes after 2. We're near the end of the show. What are we at? What does my timer say? Yeah, my timer says less than 2 minutes. So, I think we learned something today. We had a couple laughs. Of course, doing the show from my basement in my office at home. Always nice change of pace. I'm always trying to perfect this because I think in the long term, I think I'd like to do this more from home. And I think it gears me towards doing more from home. That way I can spend more time at home. Especially getting like my painting area set up, because I want to set up my painting area up over here, because I already have like my airbrush and everything like that all ready to go, and but I don't have like painting set up. And yeah, I think that's what I need to do, because I also got like all my Star Wars kits. I also have a whole bunch of these to get done, like this kit here. I gotta get that TIE Interceptor. Look at that, so pretty. I gotta get these done. Got the Y-Wing, TIE Advance, R2-D2 and R5, and the TIE Striker from Rogue One. And of course, 3PO. Of course, there's a lot more other kits I want to get too. A lot more other. Does that make sense? A lot more other? I don't know. Anyway, comments. Where are we in the comments here? Mill Amber, sweet, thanks, no problem. Oh, Lee is me. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you were asking about the Fire Slayer. That's right. So hopefully that helps. And, you know, again, send me more emails of what you figure out and what you want to do. And, you know, and hopefully, again, like I said, hopefully that did help. John J. Noob question number 7. Thought shalt not store post-attack in plastic baggie. I don't know. I haven't had any adverse effects of it storing plastic baggie, unless, of course, maybe moisture. But no, I always leave my post-attack just kind of sitting out on my tables, or it sits in my drawers. Like I have like tool drawers, like on my work area, and I just leave my stuff sitting in there. And just I've never had any problem with it. But I mean, post-attack or sticky tack, I mean, it's cheap. It's like $2. You know, you go to the grocery store, you can find it in the stationery section. And, you know, I mean, personally, I like the Uhu brand, the UHU. You know, it's got the yellow lettering and everything, or yellow body and black lettering. Anyway, Uhu brand. Uhu, or is it Uhu or Uhu? Uhu. Anyway, sound like a crazy person though. And I like that brand. And so I always use their products and their glues and stuff. Not that I want to be sponsored by them or anything. Although, what was the thing? Oh, the Uhu all-purpose glue. That's right, for doing the stringy effects. Yeah. It sticks like crazy to the bag. Thought it had to be stored airtight. No, I just leave it on my desk. I don't store it like in bags or anything like that, because it's not like it's going to dry out, right? Like I've had tack. Really, what disintegrates the tack is the constant working of it. So when you draw off a piece, you work it to get it nice and sticky, and then stick it to something, it'll stay there for ages. That's why it's called poster tack, because you can use it to do your posters and stick it on the wall, and it'll stay on the wall. Yeah, it's not like it's not like it has to be you know, like it's going to dry out on you or anything like that. It's whatever it's made of is not going to disintegrate just simply sitting on your desk. And of course, the moisture inside the bag might, you know, do weird things to it, right? So, yeah. Matt Liguri, I just stick it to the wall, grab a piece, and stick it back on the wall. It's on my desk and easy to grab. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's called poster tack or sticky tack, or you know, it's just sticky tack, right? Poster tack, because it's designed to be, you know, you get it nice and sticky, and then you put it on your poster and bang, and it's so you don't have to put like thumbtack holes or, you know, nail holes in your walls. Just get something sticky that just, and it's there, right? And it'll hold up for a long time, you know. Again, I prefer the Uhu brand because that's never failed me. There was a brand I picked up one time, and it's blue, and it's a sticky tack, and it was blue. And over time, it became very gummy, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Whereas the Uhu brand, it just becomes more like chalky almost. It's not sticky. It just kind of disintegrates. It doesn't pull up. It doesn't become as elastic. You know when like elastic bands aren't elasticy anymore, and they just become really kind of flaccid feeling. That's how that's how like the old sticky tack feels. But I mean, like, it takes a while for the sticky tack to get like that. And plus, too, I use mine when I'm painting, and like I'm airbrushing, so the paint gets right onto it, and I just knead it, and I mean, like, I'm mushing paint into it, and you know what I mean, like, it just gets used up. But I mean, it's so cheap that I mean, like, once it becomes useless, I mean, you chuck it away and you grab another chunk, and you know what I mean, you start working with it again. I mean, you know, it's one of those disposable things. I mean, like, if you're that concerned about, you know, your resources, your money, I mean, you waste more paint than you would that sticky tack, right? I mean, you waste more paint, you know, to drying on your palette, or just leaving the lid open and then drying. I mean, like, you know, you waste more paint in that regards, and there's a certain dollar value you can assign to all that waste as well, right? How many times? I mean, we've all done it. We've all wasted lots and lots of paint. I mean, over my painting career, I'm sure it's like at least a Citadel paint set worth of paint that I've wasted over the years. At least. So, yeah. So again, I think we're done. I think we learned something. If not, too bad. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. And of course, for some of the new people, a lot of these names I haven't read before, like Mill Amber and John Jay. I have not read those names before, and so welcome. And hopefully you stick around, and hopefully you pick up some information. Hopefully, things become less scary for you, I guess. Of course, if you're a commission painting service, or you just want to drum in some extra exposure, or you want some help on a color scheme, or anything like that, Kris at miniwargaming.com. That's where you can email your questions to. Of course, if you weren't attending live, you can always email me as well. Join me on Facebook, Way of the Brush. You can also ask your questions there. It's usually where I'm posting updates of stuff. Twitter, also, I join me on Twitter. So I also, if I'm cancellations or anything I'm working on, or anything. Really, I post Twitter stuff like all the time. Instagram, I'm just posting pictures of like what I'm working on. I share it usually to my Facebook. So if you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you kind of get them all at the same time anyway. Way the Brush t-shirts. I'm not wearing a Way the Brush t-shirt today, but of course, what you see in the intro, everybody's sporting the Way the Brush shirts. Of course, if you have a Way of Brush shirt, I would love to get some pictures of you guys in your shirts. So send them again to Kris at miniwargaming.com. Because again, I do want to redo the intro, but I also, on the website, waythebrush.com, I want to put a page up for the monkeys, just about a monkey shrine. I want to have a monkey shrine, and it'll be just you guys in your shirts looking awesome. And yeah, so again, yes, that's right. Again, waythebrush.com is now a thing, right? Today? Was it today? Yeah, it just finally, oops, no, wrong one. It just finally went online today after so much time waiting, hemming and hawing and wondering and this and that. And why can't I find the frickin' thing? I can never find it when I want to find it. Why is that? Anyway. Yes, so Way the Brush, hold on. I'm going to pull it up again here. Wayofthebrush.com. Okay. Real quick. Right? Not that one. Not that. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. There's a subscribe button. Send me your email. You'll get notifications when I post updates, because I'm going to do more blog posting from there as well. Kind of like what I'm just kind of doing and what thoughts and what have yous. Updates, things like that. And also, too, I want to have the page, for the Monkey Shrine. I want to put it in there as well. And, of course, send me any ideas that you might be thinking as well, like what I might need on the website. I was also thinking of something like more of like a live channel for like the Discord. Oh, that's another one, Discord. It's all in the description below. You know what, guys? It's all in the description below. waythebrush.com, Discord, t-shirts, all that. I don't know. I'm tired. I think my coffee with Christmas cheer is starting to get to me. So, yeah. Again, join me on waythebrush.com. That's basically, I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to have everything kind of come in towards waythebrush.com. And of course, oh yeah, the big one, Patreon. I want to thank everybody who's been supporting me on Patreon. Huge thanks. They're constantly making, they're always constantly helping to make this show better. And, with the donations they send, I am able to provide upgrades. I think one of the big things that I'm going to try and build towards, though, I think, is getting a new computer for doing this show, so that, alleviate some of this kind of silliness that's been going on lately. Not silliness, but I think what I want to do is, because I pay for XSplit, I think I might get a Windows machine. I'm thinking maybe a laptop, something powerful. I don't know. Because, like, currently XSplit does not work on Mac, and right now I'm using OBS on a Mac. And OBS is fine, but I like XSplit, and because I pay for XSplit, I prefer it. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I think I'm done. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you, and I will see you guys next week. Next week? Will I see you guys next week? Yes, I will see you guys next week. I'm pretty sure I will. I will. I don't know. No, maybe. But I am taking the holidays, and I might do a show on the 23rd. But on the Christmas holidays, I might. Hard to say. I'm really fickle. It all depends. I guess really what it is it all depends on how much Christmas cheer I've had. Sammy C, thanks Chris as always. Thanks to the rest of the monkey crew out there. Have a great day and hope to see you all next week, next time. Sammy C, hot chicks. Well, warrior hot chicks. How do we get on hot chicks? What? Taro Silvaz, thanks for the show. Buys G Squared. Don't bother with Toshiba. Don't bother with Toshiba. Okay. John J. Go with Asus. Their stuff is really good lately. Okay. Get the MSI Stealth Pro. Says scale model kit review. The MSI Stealth Pro. Okay. Oh, on the website. Oh, for my website, go with hot chicks on the website. Oh, yeah. So anyway, yeah, go to the website. Go to waythebrush.com. Scroll down to the bottom. And you'll see subscribe, and yeah, because that's kind of where I want everything to go, right? Is waythebrush.com. Come to waythebrush. You know what? Maybe I'll start posting these things on the website. I'll have it come up on a little window, and that way you can just come to waythebrush.com and just hang out there all friggin' day. We'll just hang out there all friggin' day. Sammy C. Plus, do we really need a reason to talk about hot chicks? Do we need a reason? No, I don't think so. Doesn't even have to be hot chicks. They don't even have to be hot. I'm going to stop there before I get myself in trouble. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you, and I will see you guys next week. I will see you guys next week.